What's up, everybody? It's CMP with Craftmaster Productions and Studio1Tutorials.com. Don't forget to stop by Studio One Tutorials and pick up your premium membership today. It is 50 cents a day. Now, today is the day that you've all been waiting for. It is the unveiling, the unleashing, the unmasking of Arrangement Arsenal Part 2. We're about to get you straight for 2018 as far as arrangements are concerned, as far as workflow is concerned, as far as productivity is concerned. So let's just go ahead and hop on into it. When you get Arrangement Arsenal 3, you go ahead and download it off Studio1Tutorials.com. You get the email. It's going to send you a zip. You unzip that folder and you're going to have this folder here. Now, for you guys that had Arrangement Arsenal 1, this is going to work a little different. Instead of creating templates for you guys to install into the program, I just made projects, so it's a lot easier. You don't have to deal with any file management right here. If you want to go ahead and use the readme first a deal, it'll tell you real quick how to save your stuff as templates, but we'll also go over that in the video. Now we have inside the actual product, it's $24.99, so we're talking about $2.50 per arrangement, and these arrangements will pay you dividends. I mean, I'm talking about, this is 300 beats worth of material here. So if we have the 10 arrangements, and these are again, pick them all based off of just the different type beats, different genres, different tempos. You see, it's not a whole bunch of 140 BPM over and over and over again. You've got Amigos vibe, you've got Block Boy JB vibe, you got a Kendrick vibe, you got a Drake vibe, you got a Metro vibe, you got Post Malone vibe, you got XXX vibe, DJ Khaled anthem type of vibe. So just all of your bases are covered on this one. So let's go ahead and let's look at this King Kong beat, which this is a Young Thug collaboration. So basically what you're going to want to do as you use these, just go ahead and open the folder, double click on it, and Studio One is going to go ahead and open it up for you. Now, what we've done is we've went ahead and we've added the arranger track to everything, so you can see how everything is broken down as far as how the artist formatted the song. This format is based off of the vocals, and if you look and you notice, there's like right here, there's a piece of the track missing. As you zoom in, you could see we have a drum bus here, and then we have there's a kick, 808 clap, snare, and then closed hi-hats. As different parts appear and are muted throughout the arrangement, you will make note of it here. Now you'll see that this part was deleted. These are drops. So in Arrangement Arsenal 1, I actually wrote down the drops here, and I felt like this is it's just better to picture everything visually than having to read everything. So that's cool. This band MIDI channel represents everything that's on your band bus, and here we see there's a vocal sample, piano chords, piano melodies, and a synth bass. Now, what you want to keep in mind is these are the instruments that were used inside of the actual song. This is not a a strict, hard and fast guideline of what exactly you need to put in this. You can do anything you want with this, like how this is vocal sample, piano chords, piano melody. If you want to change the piano chords to strings, if you want to change the piano chords to plucks, if you want to make a guitar chords, whatever you want to do. The most important thing here that you want to keep in mind is just the overall content of the band bus. You have 4 instruments, one that's in the low register, one that's doing chords. That's how you kind of want to look at this. Again, also you'll notice that you have a 808 going up against the synth bass and stuff like that. So just really easy to look at and learn. Now you'll also notice if you look at the mixer window, we pull that up. We went ahead and we've added all of our all of our routing. I've went ahead and added a vocal bus for you guys, because that's I don't know. I've added a vocal bus for artists who want to go ahead and use this. For the plate, the hall, and ping pong, these I put the echoes on. As far as some of the delays, I left these open for you guys to use your own reverbs, because everybody has their own favorite reverb. That's a really subjective type of thing. It has a lot to do with your sound. You might want to use a stock reverb, you might not want to, so that's fine. Your mastering plugins go on your mix bus, and pretty much you're all set to go. Now, as far as putting this into action, we're gonna go ahead and just create something real quick here. So basically, there's a couple different ways that you could work with this, and I would suggest doing this. As you work with these, kind of build out your template. I love templates. I use them for everything. If you want these to be added to your templates, all you have to do is go to File, Save as Template. And you can label the template whatever you want. Once you go ahead and you click OK and you go back to your start page, you go to create a new song, just make sure you're in the user section. Boom, you'll see that this template is here, and it'll give you the BPM, the length, the time signature, and all that. So let's go back to let's go back to the actual arrangement arsenal file. Now, what I would suggest is once you have this set up, I would take and I would go into my instruments, and I would start building out like a real template, so I would go ahead and grab my hi-hats and throw that in there. And then go into my drums, and actually I want to use these drums. All right, so let's get a clap. We got hi-hats already. Let's get a kick going. Let's get another snare in there. Let's get 2 snares. All right, so now that we've got those, we'll just go ahead and highlight these, make them red, put them up here, and just go to our outputs and send those to the drum bus, right? Now we'll go ahead and we'll find our favorite VSTs, which me, we're just gonna drop some Omnispheres in here. All right, boom. And I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this out. Same thing, just highlight these, send them to the band bus, and now now we're routed, and we've got we've got everything set up the way that we want to set it up. So now let's just identify what these sounds are. This is a clap. I want the kick to go here. Snares and hi-hats up here. And what are we missing? We're missing an 808. Let's get an 808 in here. All right, so now I've got this completely set up. So what I really want to do is I want to go to save as template. You know how we did the other one before? You could keep adding on to your templates. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace this template. This is what we did before. Just go ahead and hit open and replace that. And now when I open this up, every time I'll have my drum set up and I'll have my instrument set up. So we just want to go ahead and, you know, get going, get up and running and create something. So let's go and just create a quick, we're going to do piano chords and then a chord progression, right? So let's go and set that up. Let's go to eighth notes, go to Omnisphere. We'll use the ambient space piano. All right, we'll run with that. All right, so pretty much now the way you use it is you just kind of scan through and you're like, all right, so I just made my chord progression. Let me just see where the, all right, so this piece has chords, this piece has chords, this piece has chords. Okay, pretty much the whole song has chords. So now we can just go through and just duplicate this all the way through, and we have our first piece of our song. Cool. All right, so what's next? We have a piano melody that we're gonna need, right? So let's go ahead and just drop this. And let's go to, we'll go to Keyscape Creative and grab something out of there. Something quick and simple I like to do is I'll just take my chord progression and I'll set the eighth notes to, or I'll set all of them to eighth notes, and then just kind of start moving stuff around. Let's see. All right, now we just look at it again and see where our melody is dropping. I think this one's pretty easy there. That piano melody is showing everywhere, right? And I'm just scanning through it. Okay, boom. So we just go ahead and duplicate that out. So it looks like this arrangement is going to be something that's taken care of mostly with the drums, and that is, you know, it's just cool to be able to see that. Now we'll go ahead and we'll get the synth bass going. And we'll keep this real simple. We'll just go strictly with the bass notes. right, let's go ahead and run these out. Let's see. Synth bass, synth bass. Synth bass all the way out. Now I know that I'm gonna have an 808 in this beat, so what I'm gonna do real quick before things get too messy is I'm gonna just go ahead and EQ the lows out of this. All right, cool. So what do we got left? We got a vocal sample. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. And we'll just make sure we're in key. One, two, three, four. We'll go up 4. All right, that vocal sample is also running throughout the beat. And you see it happens. I think I'm just gonna drop it every other pattern. Right. It's just so nice not to have to, be able to get everything done as you're creating, not have to, stress yourself out about how you're gonna turn this into a song. All right. Now we can go ahead and start running our drums. So let's go ahead and let's do something. This is the way I like to do it. Let's go to the clap first, right? Now we know with our clap it's just gonna be something real simple. Right? All right, now let's do something for a kick. That's loud. What are we doing there? This is where you could kind of start mixing as you go too, just gain staging everything, getting everything sounding nice. You guys use the mixing cheat sheet on the site. This can speed up the process so much. All right, bet. All right, now we'll go ahead and run a little snare pattern. Go ahead and just bring these in so we can see what we're doing. Run the 808 through. Sorry, guys. Now we can go ahead, now that we got these set up, you can go ahead and start arranging our drum pattern. You see, you just line it up as far as the drops are concerned, just line it up. With the graphic, boom, you got this. Alright, and we get this one right here. And whoa, is that a beat? Is that a whole song? Hold up. Let's just do this real quick so we don't get any bleed. All I'm doing right here is I'm just automating the output of the sampler that's holding the 808. That way this 808 doesn't ring out over into the dead space. I just wanted to cut off. It's like one of the most amateur things I hear in a lot of beats, and it just I don't know, some people like that. I don't like the way that sounds. I like for when there's gonna be a drop, I want it to drop. So let's listen what we got. And like for this section right here, where we run out of, when we run out of the 808 bass, you could go ahead and let me see, where is that? Here it is, right here. You go ahead and automate this on and off so that we actually get the low end from the bass synth to kind of fill that out. So check this out. Oh yeah. And then, you know, you could just keep going with this. Remember, this is a starting point, so you could take and you know, you could take and do anything you want with this. Say you wanted to, you know, merge these, and then let's see, we could bounce them for this section, right? And highlight them, Command R, reverse them. You know, all different types of things to create interest and variance. It's just nice that you know, having a tool like this makes it able so you can take something that you might not necessarily consider a strength of yours, let it become a strength, and now you can focus on things like things that might be a strength to you, whether that be drum programming or sound design or sample selection or you know, sample layering or VST layering or your actual playing, you know, or your musicality, things like that. So that's what this is for. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. You guys to get the product, it's $24.99 at studio1tutorials.com. Don't forget to stop by and pick up your premium membership today. It is 50 cents a day. Keep it simple, don't be basic, and I will see you on the next one.